Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel and to this week's Plan With Me video. This week we are planning out the week of March 22nd through to March 28th. You will not believe it, but this is the third time I have attempted this voiceover. I'm rather frustrated because when I actually upload my videos to iMovie on my laptop and do my voiceovers and all of my fun fancy effects on there. For some reason though, the files that I recorded on my phone for this Plan With Me video are corrupted and they won't take in iMovie. So I've had to manually edit this on my phone and that took forever, which means that I'm now sitting here on Sunday afternoon when I have so many other things that I want to be doing, editing, doing voiceovers, and getting incredibly frustrated because, like I said, this is the third time that I've done this voiceover. And the one that I had done just before this, I was basically finished. I had 2 days left and time was over. So I'm a little bit frustrated because I could be going and doing the other things that I've got on my to-do list for today, but alas, we are here. Anyway, let's move on from that because otherwise I'm just going to sit here and be like, I hate it here. Which I don't. I really enjoy that I'm back into the planning groove and that I'm getting things down and I'm getting kits used and I'm planning and I'm doing spreads and I'm uploading and I'm getting up to date. I've really been enjoying the process. So yes, I say that I'm catching up, but you guys are probably going to be like, well, what are you talking about? You're back planning March 22nd to 28th. Like, you're not even close, but I am. What I've been doing is I've actually been sort of sporadically planning. So what I mean by that is where I have particular kits that I knew I was going to use for particular occasions, I've gone ahead and filmed those videos ahead of time. And then weeks where I didn't have kits or I needed to order kits or anything like that, I've waited for kits to come in before filming them. So even though I'm doing a voiceover for a spread back in March, I'm actually filmed and up to date to the second last week of June, just because of the way that I've been planning. So I've actually been doing 2 videos every weekend to try and catch myself up because I was so incredibly behind. And that's enabled me to catch up a lot quicker than anticipated. So I do say that, but I do also know that I have a bunch of spreads from 2020 that I'm yet to do, but my mission at the moment is to catch up all of my spreads in my 2021 planner and then go back and start catching up on 2020. I also know that my 2020 planner there's a few spreads where I didn't actually mark anything down for particular weeks. So those weeks will become null and void, which means I obviously won't then have to catch those particular weeks up because there's honestly just not enough recorded and I don't want to go laying down stickers just for the sake of laying down stickers and having literally nothing. Like, it would literally be like my bottom washi, my sidebar, my date headers and my full boxes and glitter headers. Like, I would have no plans during the week. So yes, but that is on the agenda after I've caught up on 2021. So like I said, we're doing a March voiceover here. I do have to do a voiceover for the 2 weeks before this, so March 8th to the 14th. But we are getting there. So bear with me. It's been a slow journey, a slow process, but we are slowly catching up. And it will be so nice. I think the thing that I'm most looking forward to is that once I catch up in this spread, some of the spreads that I have left to do for 2020 are my Christmas spreads. So essentially I get to go back and do 4 weeks worth of Christmas spreads for December last year. And then this year, Christmas isn't that far away. Like, it will honestly be here in the blink of an eye. And I'll be able to do this year's Christmas spreads as well. So I am super, super excited for that. With that said, I feel like that was an incredibly unusual digression from where we were at. So let's go back and focus on this particular week. This particular week was the week that we were, I guess, devastated by floods through New South Wales. I of course know that there were floods in other areas, and New South Wales wasn't the only place affected, but it was a big thing in that, it was one of those things where they say to you, it only floods every 50 years or whatever the figure is. And this particular flood marked, I think, like the 4th or 5th flood since my husband and I have lived in the area, and we've been here for like 5 years. So prior to that, I think it had only ever flooded once. And I've grown up in this area. So yeah, it was kind of something that was worth noting. It was a very frustrating week. Frustrating in the fact that I luckily was able to work all week, so my job wasn't impacted because, of course, I'm working from home. But my husband wasn't actually able to work from home, and he wasn't able to get to work because the access points, there's 2 access points to our town. Both of those access points were underwater, so no one could get in and no one could get out. So he actually had to have a couple of days off work, which he enjoyed because he didn't have to do anything. But of course, that means, pays are affected, leave balances are affected. It was just a big thing. And then obviously, amidst all of that, you had like the doomsday preppers, so to speak, that are going and buying. Like, we've only got one local grocery store that's like on the side of the bridge that we can actually get to. And everyone, of course, went and bought all of the toilet paper and all of the milk and bread. And obviously people couldn't get in or out, so deliveries were impacted. So it was a very interesting, chaotic, stressful kind of a week. But we got through. Yeah, I just thought it was definitely worthwhile marking in my planner. So I'm going to go through my sidebar because you guys know that I like to get sidetracked and I run out of time and we don't get through the full plans. So first and foremost, the kit, of course, is from Stella Bow Sticker Co. The date dots, glitter header overlays, and bottom washi overlay that you will see later on in the spread are also from Stella Bow Sticker Co. In the top left-hand corner, the little page flag and month script is from Plannerface, and that is something that I've been doing for all of 2021 now. I don't know what it is, but I remember seeing Anna from Plannerface do it in her planners some time ago, and I really, really liked how it looked. So I finally got myself some page flags, got myself some scripts, and have really been enjoying marking things that way in my planner. I mean, it makes it easier because you can see what month you are in a glance. It helps with my sidebar as well in terms of the positioning and what I can put in my sidebar, because I've kind of have like a momentum now of what I put in my sidebar. But for the most part, I just really like how it looks. So yes, those are from Plannerface. Now onto the sidebar itself, I just do my usual thing. So I mark, of course, my socials. So I've got my YouTube follows, my Insta follows, and the icons that I use to mark those are both from Sticker Thief. For some reason this week, I only marked my YouTube subs, not my Insta follows. So you will see that I kind of just put like a little dash for Instagram. I use a half box in the sidebar as well, and I've used a little like bow icon from the kit to mark that this particular week marked 12 months of working from home, which is crazy. Christmas will be here in the blink of an eye, and I don't understand where the time has gone. And then the last thing that I mark in the sidebar in a little quarter box is, of course, the floods, as I mentioned, and I've just marked that in with a little cloud sticker from Marshmallow Studio. Let's go ahead and jump into Monday's plan. So on Monday, the first thing that I mark is, of course, Coffee Monday, and I've done so with a script from Stella Bow Sticker Co. and a coffee cup from Papershire. To mark work this particular week, I've used the work labels from the kit, but I've gone and overlaid a Sinister Designs work script over the work script on the label, just because I liked the way that the black and the boldness popped out more in this kit than the white font and style of the labels in this kit, if that makes sense. Unfortunately, those Sinister Designs is now closed, so you won't be able to purchase those for yourselves. So I do apologize for that, but I'm trying to get through them because I'm really, really trying to use all of my stickers. And I've really been enjoying actually finishing sticker sheets for once in my life. Instead of just buying more stickers, I'm actually finishing sticker sheets, which has been really, really nice. The next thing that I mark on Monday in a quarter box is that we were isolated from the flood. So like I said, we couldn't get in, we couldn't get out. And I've marked that in with a little munchkin from Once More With Love. And I think they're like her weather icons. So he's just in like a little cloudy overcast situation. And I thought that was a really cute way of marking the floods. Underneath that, I've used a bill label from the kit to mark that my NRMA car insurance was due that day. Below that, I've used a washing basket and laundry script from Stella Bow Sticker Co. to mark in that I did some laundry that afternoon. Below that, I've used a laptop from the kit to mark that I set up and fiddled with some things on Twitch before stream. And the last thing that I've marked on Monday was, of course, stream, and that I did a 100 baby challenge stream that day. If anyone is interested on following me on Twitch, or interested in following me on Twitch, I should say, you can do so. You just have to look up Ms. Luxito, which is capital MS, capital L, UXITO, and I stream Mondays through Wednesdays at around about 7 p.m. Sydney time. On to Tuesday, the first thing I've marked is work. I've then used a half box to mark that we had the Stitch Scentsy Warmer launch. I didn't put an icon down for that just because I couldn't find my little Stitch sticker. I know that I have one, don't know where he is. So I've left it blank, and at some point when I do find him, I will put him there. But yes, the Stitch Warmers launched and I was so incredibly excited. Naturally, I got myself one. I stocked up on like all of the Stitch bars or scents or wax or whatever you want to call it. Melts, if you will. And I also got myself the Scentsy Buddy, Stitch Scentsy Buddy. Underneath that, again, I've used another quarter box and the little Once More With Love munchkin to mark that Tuesday we were also idolated. Oh my God. Third time doing the voiceover and words are not happening for me anymore. But yes, we were isolated from the floods on that day as well. Below that, I've used an Arctic paper divider just for a little bit of bling. And I've used a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji in a sloth onesie. And the little cloud scalloped thing, I don't know what they're called, scalloped label, I don't know. But I thought it looked cute. And it was the way that I marked in that my husband was off work that day. Below that, I've used a sticker from Stella Bow Sticker Co. It was from a sampler, I think, to mark that the bridge or one of the access points to our town was actually temporarily opened. So we were allowed like a few hours to go in and out again, or out and in, or whatever it was that you wanted to do. And the last thing that I've marked for Tuesday was that I did a Sims build stream on Twitch. On to Wednesday, I've of course marked work. I've then used a Whimsical Cat Studio Girl to mark that we were flooded again. Below that, I've used a Once More With Love munchkin to mark that the bridge was then closed. So again, we were isolated. Below that, I've used an icon from Stella Bow Sticker Co. to mark that I unstacked and restacked the dishwasher. Underneath that, I've used an icon from the kit and an Arctic Paper Studio foiled script to mark watching YouTube. Below that, I've used a Sticker Thief hair washing girl to mark that I washed my hair. And the last thing I marked in for Wednesday was that I did a Dead by Daylight stream. Over onto Thursday, of course, the first thing that I've marked in is work. Below that, I've used a Fox and Cactus cat to mark that it was still flooding. We were still stuck, couldn't go anywhere. And then below that, I've used a Stella Bow Sticker Co. foiled icon to mark that the bridge that is our access point again was opened, but this time it was opened to traffic. So from that day, we were able to go in and out, and everything sort of was back to normal to an extent. To the extent that we were able to obviously leave the place, come back in, go about our business, go to work, all of that sort of stuff. Obviously, there was still a bunch of devastation to clear up after that, but that was the day that we were able to, we were no longer isolated. Below that, I've used another washing basket and strip from Stella Bow to mark that I did some laundry. Underneath that, I've used an appointment label from the kit and a coffee mug from SPC to mark that I chilled out in my friend Freya's stream because I don't stream on Thursdays. So I hung out in her stream instead. Below that, I've used another scalloped label and a pizza icon from Fox and Cactus to mark that we had pizza for dinner. On to Friday, I've marked work. I've then used a laptop from the kit to mark that that particular day marked 12 months of working from home, which is absolutely insane. Below that, I've used a foiled icon from Stella Bow Sticker Co. to mark that I had a nap. Underneath that, I've used an icon from SPC to mark that I had a Plan With Me binge on YouTube, of course. Below that, I've used an icon from the kit to mark that we had Mad Mex for dinner. Underneath that, I've used a football sticker that was a custom made for me by Maya at Sticker Thief to mark that my team played the Roosters and we won 26 points to 16. We love a win. And the last thing that I marked for Friday is that we watched a movie called Bad Trip, and I've marked that in with a popcorn icon from Stella Bow Sticker Co. On to Saturday, I've used a clock from SPC to mark sleeping in. I've then used a Fox and Cactus pancake stack to mark, that hubby got me hotcakes from McDonald's for breakfast. Below that, I've used a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji smothered in laundry to mark that I did some clothes folding. Worst part of laundry is folding and putting them away, but that is what I did. And then I've just added some little bling there in the form of an Arctic Paper Studio divider. Below that, I've used a laptop from the kit to mark that I had yet another Plan With Me binge. So I'm pretty much all caught up on my Plan With Me videos, which is great. Or at least I was back then anyway. Underneath that, I've used a flat lay from Sidebar Sticker Co. to mark that we had pizza for dinner. Again. And underneath that, I've used an icon from the kit to mark that we watched Flight 93. Over onto Sunday, I've used a Sidebar Sticker Co. flat lay to mark sleeping in. I've then used a coffee cup from the kit to mark that I had some coffee. I've also used the icon from the kit, the groceries icon there, to mark that we went to Coles to do some grocery shopping. Below that, I've used a little sticker from Labelled With Love, who is no longer open, to mark that I had stir crazy for lunch. I've then used another icon from the kit. Apparently I've tried to use all of the icons from this kit this week, but that was to mark that I did some cleaning and tidying of the house. I then used the TV icon from the kit as well to mark watching Below Zero with my husband that night. And the last thing that I use for Sunday, or mark for Sunday, is washing my hair with my favourite Sticker Thief character. But that is it for the spread, you guys. I am showing you a wiggle now just to show you that foil goodness. And as I said, you won't get a flip through of what is left of the kit. But that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.